Revolution 60 was a game made by Giant Space Cat about strong female characters going to space, stopping an evil AI while being attacked by a terrorist group called the Fifth Column. Dollar Store Mega Man Battle Network combat, bootleg Mass Effect choices, and a camera that causes motion sickness. Another complaint that many had with the game is many people were confused about the story and felt that the characters were flat. That's why the book Revolution 60, The Chessboard Lethologica was made. Did it succeed? Yes and no. While the book does clarify some things, it has a lot of fluff, which is why, in this video, I'm only going to talk about stuff that I found interesting or important to the actual story. I'm going to avoid talking about weapons, vehicles, and some of the geopolitical stuff because they're not important to understanding the story of the game. So if you're one of the few people who owns the book and goes, hey, why didn't you talk about the Bloodlance armored fighting vehicle or Brazil? It's because I didn't think it was important. Chessboard is a secret United States organization run by AI. How secret is it? Well, according to the book, they don't advertise or go to college career fairs. Instead, Chessboard AI recruits people from all walks of life, from age 17 to 70, getting an invitation because they're either good at taking orders or some sort of child prodigy. Recruits can be mission commanders, pilots, intelligence operatives, assassins, communication specialists, and engineers. Mission commanders are the bosses of missions, basically. Typically, one is deployed when a team is larger than 2 people. This is what Minuet is, and fun fact from the book is she was training to be a chessboard operative since the age of 5. Pilots get you in and out of places because even with AI and nanotechnology, you still need a human touch. Pilots are also expected to be able to fight in case they need to defend the ship. Valentina is a pilot, and apparently she can pilot 6 types of spacecraft and 43 types of aircraft. Assassins are some of the deadliest fighters, only used when going into enemy territory or if someone needs to be 360 no-scoped. Here I would share a fun fact about Holiday's character file. But no, they didn't give the main character of Revolution 60 a character file. They gave information about her weapons, her armor, her motorcycle, but apparently they had to give the spotlight to Chase Wu, a character that was mentioned once in the game and would be an important character in the sequel, but that never came out. And now for some roles that don't really show up in the game, such as like intelligent operatives where they go undercover, get information, and only if needed do they sabotage or kill people. Communication specialists make sure that you can communicate with each other and chessboard AI. And if you need to terminate communications so enemies can't listen in. And engineers, people who create and maintain equipment. As well, chessboard operatives will have to work with external partners like Amelia. Most of the time, external partners would get an offer from chessboard AI depending on how well they do on their mission. But Amelia likes working for the US aerospace too much to become chessboard's bitch.
Space!
Chessboard partnered with US Aerospace to build 4 satellites. Each one has a copy of chessboard's AI in it. During the events of the game, most are abandoned because of the Death Lotus, a giant space laser controlled by the Fifth Column. I'll talk more about them in the next section. The one we visited in the game is the N313. As explained in the game, it was a research facility. It could protect itself with missiles and turrets, and on the inside there's those security droids. It has 3 rings. Ring 1 is a landing platform. You can land on both sides and it has an artificial atmosphere that you can fly through. Ring 2 is where the communication arrays are. It gets blown up by the Death Lotus in a cutscene. Ring 3 is where the production of negative matter and nanotechnology is. Speaking of nanotechnology, there are 3 kinds: small, medium, and large. Just kidding, they're actually called Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3. Type 1 is the smallest and perform only one function. Type 2 are a bit bigger and can be reprogrammed, and Type 3 is the biggest, and they're mainly used to deliver drugs to targeted tissue. Nanites can do anything from making you stronger to curing you of cancer by mimicking proteins in the body. If you're feeling fancy though, you can also do body modifications. You do this by altering your DNA and RNA, and you can make yourself stronger or faster, or according to the booklet, slender, which is why the female characters are all shaped like Barbie dolls. You could also have sensory mods installed so you can see better, like the TACOM that allows you to aim, built-in facial recognition and weapon recognition, as well as be just a communicator. There's a warning where you shouldn't use mods unless you mod your brain because it wouldn't be able to handle it. Um, Also, another fact is that they have a moon base where they're building big spaceships so that they can destroy the Death Lotus and get rid of the fifth column. They are chessboard's main enemy, mainly due to them taking over China's giant space laser, the Death Lotus, that China made to destroy them. Yes, you heard me. China made a 600-meter long spaceship equipped with gamma ray beams, photon cannons, and hydrogen fusion missiles to deal with a splinter group and failed. What's also funny is that the ship has 6 pages. Meanwhile, a main character like Minuet gets 2. Priorities, I guess. Anyway, back to the fifth column. Not only do they have a super space weapon, but they also have super soldiers known as snow leopards, majority of which are, quote, vet manufactured creatures who possess no will of their own. And a few humans are former genetically modified police slash anti-terrorist force from China. There are 3 types of snow leopards. Snow leopards, yeah, that's a snow leopards are a type of snow leopards, I guess. Your basic unit that gets basic guns, and they are the most abundant. Dark leopards, slightly more intelligent and get better training in laser guns. There is usually one that accompanies a snow leopard group. Plague leopards are the most intelligent and sends commands to the others. If you're curious to why they have red on them, it is, quote, to symbolize their willingness to shed blood. Okay? As stated before, the book goes into details about weapons and vehicles these guys have, but I don't really care and it doesn't add anything. In this section, I just wanted to cover some things I found interesting that aren't important to the game, such as in Amelia's file, there's a magazine cover, and you can see they're talking about who could be the next president. And if you see the person has the last name of Sarkeesian, which is probably most likely a reference to Anita Sarkeesian. Another funny thing in the book is MIT gets referenced a lot. I counted like 8 times. Is there no other university you could have referenced or made up? One more funny thing is I went to look up if there was a Revolution 60 fan wiki so that I can cross-reference information, and there is none. So actually, I might be one of the most knowledgeable Revolutionary 60 people besides the creators. I don't know how I should feel about that. Um, what I should do though is thank my Patreons because I paid $5 for this book. So Core, Seth, and 13 Apsels, thank you very much for supporting me in my comics. This is a one-off spur of the moment type video I made because I watched a buddy stream Revolution 60 on a Discord call, and when he beat the game, he got the link to buy the book, and I thought it'd be funny to read it and share this information to a few people who remember that this game exists.